It sounds like you guys are going to take on some ABM initiatives, and
Yes.
there's a lead table or a person table in the marketing system, and then there's this, you know, account table in Salesforce, and
Right.
those two tables don't typically work very well together. So,
Right.
you know, I guess the question is two pronged. One is, if you can't link leads to accounts or convert them into contacts, what are the ramifications of that? Whether it's, routing, attribution, et cetera. And then how do you accomplish, making that connection between a person and an account?
Yeah, that's another great question. And I think something that every organization struggles with in one way, shape, or form. One thing that we're experiencing is, when we're reporting out to leadership, they really only care about the accounts. Like, who are the accounts that we are marketing to? Are they in our TAM and SOM? Are they the right people at those accounts? And with the way that everything is set up in Marketo, it is all at the person level. So we've been really recently focusing on our marketable database, meaning who are the people in Marketo that we can actually email, who have a valid email address, who've not unsubscribed. And what's been challenging and interesting is that leadership is wanting to see that reporting at the account level, not at the person level. So we've been working once again with like our data science team and our growth analytics team on how we even match that data up. How do we marry the information that we have in Salesforce with accounts when we don't have leads associated to every single account in Salesforce? How do we tell the story of who is marketable in terms of these accounts when we have multiple people in our Marketo database who are associated to one account? So if one person is still opted in, does that make that whole account marketable? So it's a very interesting conversation that we're having in terms of how do we talk about this data? How do we understand it? Is the account approach the best way to look at these things, or do we focus more on the person level exercise we're going through right now? I'm trying to pull a lot of that reporting out of Marketo and into like a Power BI environment so that we can better associate these things to what we have in Salesforce and try to identify the people, make that association to the account.